Okay, should I just start over? Okay. Sorry, I can't help. Okay. I was raised with a father who was an artist. His dad was also an artist, my grandfather, and I was mostly taught art by my dad. So I would do a picture and I'd show it to him, and he would say, "The eyes are still too high," and so that's how I kind of learned my technique. Most of my life I've lived in New Mexico and had the privilege of the light there and the sunsets. Growing up in New Mexico, we were able to go to the galleries. There's a ton of galleries in Santa Fe, and so I was always going there and seeing what they're doing, the artists there, how they paint, and that's where I got, it was a great learning experience, but I also got a lot of inspiration from that. My husband, John Paul, when I met him, I thought he was the most striking person. The first few years that we were together, I was going through a lot of frustration and confidence issues with my own creative process. So whenever I decided to draw or paint him, it came out pretty frustrating for both of us. Now that I've gotten older, I've felt this sense of patience that I just never really had before, like just, I guess, growing up. And I've been able to be more patient with myself, and John Paul has been able to become more a part of my artwork, more this year than ever before. I definitely appreciate having him around. It's nice to have someone else in my life. I do a lot of self-portraits, mostly because I'm readily available to myself, but I decided to do, I've always wanted to do a piece that was a self-portrait that dealt with nudity, because that was, there's something very kind of adventurous about that. And so I did this piece, and people will say to me, "Oh, it's the head's too big or the body's too small," which I did on purpose because I'm still kind of messing with this idea of the mature, immature, and how she looks like a little girl, but she's actually, well, her head at least is a little older. And so I did this piece over the summer, and it's a very telling piece as to where I am right now with my art, and I hope to continue doing pieces, maybe not similar, but along the same vein. Each painting gives birth to a new painting, a new idea, so they're always a little bit different. For this piece, I was home for Christmas break, and I was listening to actually some music, and I saw, my sister showed me some music videos by some of the artists that she liked, and they were just so vibrant and full of color and emotion, some of them, that I got this idea for this piece where this girl would be rubbing lipstick on her face. The lipstick aspect of this piece came from, I was flipping through some photographs, and I found my childhood photographs, and I found a picture of me smudging lipstick all over my face. I had no idea how to use this thing that I got into, and so I think that's where the lipstick definitely came from, but it was kind of an interesting notion to put it in the context of an older woman using this lipstick. Since I came to Cornish, I've been able to use printmaking, I've taken sculpture, and this year I'm taking photography, so I'm learning a lot about those things. But my intent in taking photography is more to be able to take my own images and capture my own source images for paintings, because that's primarily what I want to do. Up until recently, it's been kind of a hit or miss frustration roller coaster ride, and lately, as in the last 2 months, I've been really understanding the importance of research and planning a painting, and really doing your preliminary sketches, doing your conceptual research. So I've really understood the value of that, and it's made my process go a lot smoother. As my dad always says, if you don't have time to do it right, when do you have time to do it over?